right, welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Alrighty, hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast for Wednesday. Got a couple of days of celebration. Today's National Radio Day today. I have no idea what the hell that means or what you get for it. I got nothing. Did you get anything for National Radio Day?
I thought it was International Radio Day.
No. I got National Radio Day.
What, Virginia was wrong?
I think it was her son Rocco that welcomed her to International Radio Day. But yeah, I think it's National Radio Day.
Well, congrats, man.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm telling you, because in case you run into a French DJ, it would be so embarrassing if you said, Happy International Radio Day. Sacre bleu. It's on National Radio Day, typical American.
Yeah, I don't want that.
No, you don't. So that's why I'm trying to save you the embarrassment. Yeah, I believe it's only national. It's also a National Bacon Lovers Day today.
Where are you set on bacon?
You know what? I had a bacon era. I'm not going to lie. The Queen was making a lot of bacon there for her Bloody Marys, and you just kind of sit out. We had an indoor grill, and I'd walk by, and I found myself eating a lot of bacon. Then I saw some story about it giving you the big C, cancer, and I've kind of laid off of it. And I realized it's ultimately not good. I do enjoy bacon. I still will dabble a bit every now and then as a splurge. Do that thicker cut bacon. They call it the millionaire bacon. So if I'm out and ever do happen to get a Bloody Mary and say, you know what, I'm going to have kind of a cheat meal today, I'm going to do that. But that's it. Other than that, it's very, very limited. I don't go all ham on bacon.
Oh, very good.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
Oh,
I like that.
Porky of you.
Yes.
Yeah, porky, very sausagey.
It's also World Mosquito Day.
Ugh.
Yeah.
F them.
Yeah. So all I'm going to get for National Radio Day is a bunch of mosquito bites. That's how I'm going to celebrate. Be like, well, we got something for you.
Do you think there's mosquito lovers out there that go, man, I just love that fucking mosquitoes?
No.
I think there are people that are fascinated by them, but I think they're, fascinated on how to take them out. We've got all kinds of scientists that are working on ways to get rid of the mosquito, and they're tricking them. They got fake little mechanical mosquitoes, and they do all these kind of things to try. Because, I really don't know the freaking purpose. You think everything is made with a purpose. What the hell's the purpose of mosquito? Because all they do is spread disease.
Is it possible we may not know the purpose?
The only thing I could guess, they're a food for a lot of different critters. Your lizards and some birds and things like that. So
and the blood in them that they get from you feeds the critter.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. So, if there was any purpose, I'm sure somebody would explain it like that they're part of the food chain, and without them, they wouldn't feed some. But can we just come up with something that doesn't spread disease that can feed the other animals?
Because you never know what works and what's keeping things together. Imagine if you did say, you know what? Fuck the mosquitoes. We're getting rid of all of them. They're all eradicated. But we don't realize that sets off a chain of events to something else, like you're saying. Now, the lizards can't eat. And if the lizards can't eat, that means...
Why are we here?
The dog, I've been asking myself that since about 3.
What is this experiment?
People have tried to give me the answer, and I always love the answers I get, because all of them are fucking insane.
Well, for me, it was thinking that with the honeybee. Well, I'm like, they might be cute, but they do sting you. I'm like, why do we need those? And then you find out when we start having honeybee population issues, just what they pollinate and how valuable the honeybee truly is, and it'd be cataclysmic if we lost them. So you may not realize just how vital one little cog is in the wheel until it's gone.
And then there's sometimes it's the appendix factor. We have the appendix in our body, but we don't need it. So what out there in the nature world could you eradicate to where it's the appendix of the world and it wouldn't matter? It wouldn't mean diddly dick if we got rid of it.
What if you find out that like the appendix, what you really need it for is like when you die, it helps you die peaceful.
Yeah, there's something
that you needed it for, and we've been taking it out all this time, but we actually needed it.
If Kevin came up with an article in a month, we actually need your appendix for A, B, and C. I'm fucked.
I actually just saw an article this week saying that they thought there was going to be things on the human that was going to, in the next several generations, just go away. I think maybe appendix was one. It was like your tailbone, a couple other things, molars, or the wisdom teeth, maybe something like that, that, you just don't necessarily, that we don't use anymore. Once upon a time, for evolution of where we were, we needed it, but we don't now, and so we'll just stop having it.
And that's what
eventually.
That's what blows my mind too. That they say certain species would walk, kind of with the hunchback, but through time they had to grow. They had to reach and try to get the fruit because it was just out of their reach, and that helped them walk upright. Isn't that odd? How just all of a sudden that just catches on with everybody. You're just born to know how to do that.
Evolution, bruh.
Bruh, you want to hit this thing?
What are we talking about?
I'm acting like I have a blunt.
Oh, okay. I thought you were propositioning sex. I couldn't tell without seeing that blunt. I'm like, you want to hit this thing? I'm like, all right. Well, should I leave or?
No.
Just turn around.
Okay, all right.
We're going to make you listen.
Just let me know when it's over. Yeah.
No, I thought I sounded like I just smoked a joint. That's why.
We do have some emails here today. One is about Virginia's path that she had laid out for Hurricane Andrew back in '92. That after a little bit of digging in, she realized that maybe her initial thought on the path was a little off.
I may have flip-flopped it.
Yeah, and when you say digging in, you mean digging in her heels for the fourth time.
Came out very aggressive.
Well, hold on. I came to Louisiana first, you fucking stupid ass.
Yeah. Like, oh boy,
It's
here we
not
go.
my fault that y'all are dumb.
That's good. That's what they used to teach bad guy wrestlers. Even when they would lose, just say they won, and it would drive people mad.
But Ryan in Lake Worth Beach, he did send one, and this is the whole discussion really kind of came up with just how wonky the paths of hurricanes can be. And he has here the path of Hurricane Betsy from 1965. It was known as Billion Dollar Betsy.
Yes, it hit Mississippi.
Yeah, $10 billion in damages, took 81 lives. And he said, I attached a photo of the track of both Ivan and Betsy. Ivan is the one with the huge loop over the Carolinas. Betsy is the track that goes straight from Dade County to the Mississippi. But you can see with Ivan, it is insane. If you're not watching right now, I'll let you know that this hurricane, it goes down into the Gulf, very far from Florida. It comes up through, looks like it's just a little east of Louisiana. It then goes up through the Carolinas. Looks like it probably is even going up through maybe Virginia. It then exits the continental U.S., goes back into the Atlantic, says, you know what, fuck it. And it goes south. And then it comes down just south of West Palm Beach. It then goes across Florida, and then it's like going, you know what? Let's go see what the hell's going on in Texas. I mean,
What the hell?
Look at that path. So, I mean, something that goes up the Gulf, through the continental U.S. and the Carolinas, back out into the Atlantic, turns right and goes south through South Florida and then into Texas.
It's not
across
following the rules.
No, that's insane.
Okay.
That's insane.
I hope somebody made that up, and that's not real, and we got duped again.
Well, it's Ryan from Lake Worth Beach, so I'm taking his... if he did dupe us, it's on you. But yeah.
Ryan, if you made that up, that's very funny.
Yeah, that is the case. That's insane. So if it's not right, I'm sure somebody will let us know. But yeah, that's nuts. So it just gives you maybe a taste of what hurricanes will do.
Mother Nature, you can never predict her.
Mm-hmm. Got an email from Melody. And thoughts on that little asshole that is terrorizing your neighborhood, Virginia. The kid's 12. He's got some problems. He's got some big-time problems, and he's not going to get it at home because it sounds like his grandmother and grandfather that are raising him are enabling his behavior and maybe even demonstrating the behavior. It sounds like from the attitude you're talking about that she took with the neighborhood. You gave a big story about how the kid had Rocco's clubs, was not giving them back, said he had sold them. One of the clubs was broken. Then he took the rest of the clubs, threw them out into other people's yards. But through that whole thing, there was a big confrontation that happened with his grandma getting in her face. and other people as well. And the kids going around using really bad language, threatening people, going into their houses, saying it's my place now. It's just this kid. There's obviously some serious problems going wrong with him.
And I know what he's going to say too. I already see his strategy. He's going to say Rocco gave him the clubs.
He did.
Yeah.
He said that. He told them that Rocco gave him the clubs. And then they were like, we told you. They were like, they told me. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Today is the first day that I realize the clubs aren't in my garage. Like, I have no recollection of what you're talking about. And I guess they saw me in passing at Christmas when I was setting up Christmas lights on one of our neighbors' front lawn that had cancer. They thanked me for the golf clubs, and I looked at them like, what? I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
I remember somebody thanking me for golf clubs when I was setting up Christmas lights. I'm like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but okay. And that's what it was. But Rocco didn't give this kid the clubs. The kid knew they were not a gift.
Yeah.
He lied to his guardians.
But a lesson learned, unfortunately.
Such a tough lesson.
It's going to be a tough one because you're not going to be able to get. There's no proof of that, and that's what they're going to say. They're going to go, well, we weren't there, and it's the clubs, and fuck this.
But I mean, the clubs are being they're popping up now. Now that all the neighbors are talking, I'm figuring out what's happened to the clubs. He's been taking them over the past 8 months and just chucking them at people's houses. Neighbors are finding them in their bushes, and now they're calling me, oh, I have your club. I now know what this club was doing, sticking out of my bush.
I don't know if you ever have something chucked at your house and it hit the structure of it. You think you're dying.
It's horrifying. It shakes your house and it makes you feel like, oh my gosh. Whoever threw a golf club at a house certainly isn't right in the head.
And I immediately get in karate position and I'm naked. And the way I do security checks, I go around every corner naked.
Okay.
And as soon as I go around the corner, I go, I hiss.
So intimidating.
I tell you what, it'll make a man drop his Uzi.
Again, this is why we got to have cameras in his house.
Yes, we've got to put cameras up in his
I
house.
want you to see it, man.
I want to see these long balls and the hissing and all of it.
Imagine just the constant stream of content we would have. It wouldn't even end. I couldn't keep up with it. I'd be going, dude, he's got to slow down. I can't get all this shit posted in time.
I wouldn't be able to focus on anything else if we had a live feed.
We wouldn't do a radio show. It would just simply be watching him.
I'm telling you.
That'd be the whole show.
I'm not that interesting. I swear to you.
Whatever. Let us be the judge.
I am not buying it.
But tell me if you weren't a prowler or a person with a weapon, not at all expecting someone to come around the corner, and they are naked with some kind of like stick and they're hissing at you. You don't think that's going to kind of throw them off their game a bit?
Yeah, right before they shoot you, they'll be like, what the F is the matter with this guy? Oh, well. Pew, pew, pew.
I was hoping this one would be peaceful. Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Didn't want to kill anybody, but.
Die anyway, crazy man.
Yeah.
That would suck, dying naked. Dude, please promise me if I do die naked, you guys have them put pants on me.
I mean, we'll have them put pants on you, but I don't think we can.
Just don't Porky Pig me. I don't want just a shirt and then balls and dick hanging out. I can't have that, Kevin.
Okay.
No, that's not a friend.
We got to look out for one another here.
We got to cover the balls and dick.
Yes, because who knows? You could be over at your neighbor's house and
I'll cover your balls if you cover mine.
Deal.
We did get several comments, including the one that Melody said. And she said, if you get the HOA involved, they'll be more on top of it than the police will.
They're already on it. They're already involved. And everybody's just sharing stories now because all these different people have different stories. And we're all now realizing that they're all the same kid.
I tell you what, you start getting in bed with the HOA, you might as well be in bed with the motherfucking mafia.
Yeah, the HOA knows how I feel about them.
Yeah, you've got a lot going on. You got a lot of Make a lot of enemies over there.
I got a lot of friends. I got a mom group about 20 deep that is ready to ride at dawn. These bitches are pissed, and they're all on my side.
Wouldn't you hate to have this kind of drama where you live at on the reg?
It sucks.
I feel like you've got
time for this.
so many feuds going on.
I'm telling you, dude, I want to go to the woods with you.
I don't want you to go, though.
I'm not welcome.
No.
Because you know I'll bring some kind of drama.
I'm trying to get the fuck away from you.
Nope. You stuck to me like glue.
Yeah. There are unfortunately a lot of young asshole kids out there. There always have been, but there's a story about this Harvard researcher that went to a movie at Boston AMC Theater, and he was attacked by 5 teenagers. He had just asked them, they were loudly clapping and screaming during this horror movie, and he's like, hey, can you guys not? Like, I can't even hear the movie. And they freaking turn on and whooped his ass. 5 of them,
they just beat the shit out of him in the theater. He didn't even fight back. I'd have been like, I'm taking one of y'all down.
If not high schoolers, but if 5 pretty good-sized middle schoolers ganged up on you and all attacked you at the same time, Kev, are you fucked or could you handle yourself?
I think 5 of anybody except like kindergartners. I think you could wipe out 5 kindergartners. But middle school, 5 of them against you, I think you're fucked.
Would you say, 5th grade to 6th grade on, 5 of any that old?
Yeah, you're getting some strength. Yeah, you probably get into 3rd grade, and in numbers, you're getting enough strength that you put it all together. I would imagine that if you're doing an equation, probably 5 3rd graders would be probably like fighting 2 guys.
I feel like I could take down 5 3rd graders pretty easily.
All right, let's do it.
It's when it's the middle school I start to get a little suspect, because I remember I was wearing some kind of a football thing on when I used to live by Denny's, and they let the middle schoolers out, and there was about 7 or 8 of them, and they started talking so much shit about the team I was wearing, and they looked at me 6'4". I'm like, fuck, I'm going to get my ass beat by a bunch of 7th graders.
6'4", 7th graders.
They were big middle schoolers, man.
Oh, F that.
6'4" might be being dramatic. They were 5'2".
It's a fishtail.
I'm a pussy.
If this were really happening, I got a betting line. Now, you don't get to see the kids, but they're standard average size 3rd graders. Got 5 of them versus Bird. Where's your money going, Virginia?
I'm sorry. I think they have strength in numbers. I think the kids win.
Question.
Yeah.
I get to go full gorilla?
Yeah. Anything you want.
There's 5 3rd graders do not stand a chance. I'm not, bragging about that.
All right, prove it.
I don't want to hurt 5 3rd graders. But
I think we have to for science.
But if 5 3rd graders, children of the corn, my ass, and just jumped on me, I could fucking take them out.
Okay.
I could.
All right.
Dude, a slap, an elbow.
Look, you would hurt them and you would get a few licks in, but you better, if you do connect, you better knock them the fuck out, because you got to get the numbers on your side.
I feel like I could just take
You got to eliminate at least 3 of them to stand a chance. You got to knock them the fuck out.
I started getting nervous around 6th grade. 5th and 6th grade, I'm going, all right, 5 of them jumping me, that would be tough.
That's what happened to this guy in the theater in Boston. 5 of them against him, and he's like, there's nothing I can do, because they were all headhunting him.
What grade, though?
They were teenagers.
Because 10th grade and 5th grade's different.
Yeah, big time.
I think these were teenagers because they were at a horror movie.
Right.
A regular teenager could whoop my ass. Just one.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to volunteer?
I mean, there's some big teenagers out there.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. I look at my son and his friends. Yeah, he's at the size now in strength where
grass-fed boy.
Yeah, I think my son could kick my ass solidly. I think his friends.
There's another science experiment.
No, 5. I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to brag.
He's working out every day. He's in much better shape. 5
3rd graders, I would belly flop on one of them. Done. Throw one right through the wall. Done. Elbow to the dude. I got that, and I'm not bragging. I know it sounds like.
Well, you've got more confidence than our audience does because I asked Jbird versus 5 third graders who you got. 73% are going with the kids.
Fuck that.
73% say the kids got this.
Bad take on the chat
You got a
room.
bum hip.
I don't
3 out of 4 are saying you lose that one.
Dude, adrenaline, bro.
Dude.
Adrenaline is something that's real.
You better knock 3 of them right the fuck out.
Well, to me, you got to size them all up.
Yes.
Look, there are probably 2 of the kids that don't really want the fight. They're just there because of the others. So you have to look.
Get them last.
Yes, you go.
You go for the biggest, strongest one first.
Yep, mano a mano.
Yep, you hit the
go
biggest
right at 'em.
motherfucker with everything you got.
That's absolutely it. You go in order. You're like, okay, he's first, he's second, he's third. The last 2 you don't have to worry as much about. And then it's 1 adult versus 3.
Right.
You just got to freak the other 2 out so they don't really put up a fight.
I will put them in the throne crusher, which is my finishing move in wrestling. that just scares the hell out of him alone.
The throne crusher.
Is that the one where you grab him from behind and thrust him?
That's the bone crusher.
Oh, okay, all right.
No, it's
Okay.
The Jeffrey Epstein Island
Oh my
shit
God, he's
is
going to
this.
fuck all of us. Run away.
nothing like that.
Took a turn.
No. Then we do is I stone.
That's how you freak them off. Actually, it might be the best chance.
We do a stone bird stunner. Oh no.
They've been taught to fear pedophiles.
All right. That's it. That is not what the throne crusher's about.
Explain it then. Do it to Denny's.
Denny's? Poor fuck. No, don't come in here. Don't do it. The throne crusher is very effective, Kevin.
The only image I have is taking him from behind.
Yeah. The throne, I'm thinking a toilet. Like what? You poop on them?
I know, right?
Then
Yeah.
you know what? Fuck all this talk. Set it up then. We probably have to get, recruit
We'll
some.
have to get actors to play the part of third graders. We can't get real third graders.
Let me run it by legal first.
Yeah, and we might have to go to Okeechobee.
Yeah, so a guy on our show legitimately wants to fight 5 third graders.
Okeechobee
to the death.
Okeechobee? Third graders?
Third graders. It's like
They's different.
Different kind, yeah.
It's like 15-year-olds.
I couldn't whoop the ass of a first grader in Okeechobee.
I know we're not going to do this, but I would like you to pitch this to legal just to hear what they say.
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that'd be the funniest bit. KVJ pitches to legal, and then we just pitch them all kind of whack stuff.
It's actually on the prep. I'm keeping a running list. I know it's all no's, and I have to find somebody cool to just be like, no. I mean, but a reason why. Somebody that'll play ball, be like, clearly you're going to shoot every idea down.
But just the conversation.
Yes, I just want to hear the official legal explanations why these ideas won't fly.
I love
It's
it.
Jbird versus 5 third graders. It could work. What do you guys think?
It's to the death, though.
It's Hunger Games.
Yes.
At least unconscious.
Dude, that would be
And his first move is to rape one of them.
Kevin. Oh my God. Too far.
He calls it the throne crusher? Is that
The bone crusher?
It's called,
I don't know what it is.
It's the throne crusher.
Okay, yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, when you don't know, you got to make it up in your mind. And where I'm taking it in my mind, it'd be effective, but
Legal would hang up on us.
yeah,
No, I'll maybe
they
demonstrate.
block us.
I'd be like, Elizabeth, you gotta fire them.
Yeah,
I can show you the throne crusher later.
no.
Well, that sounded weird.
Is that what you said? You want to hit this? I think he was offering you the throne crusher.
I mean, how bad do you want to nail me?
It was the fact that I said it later is what made that creepy. You want to see the throne crusher later?
Yeah, so you got to watch out.
Whew.
And another piece of violence. Boy, this guy is going to get doxxed, and he is going to have it rough. Shelby Elston and her fiance were at a Rufus Du Sol concert at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. And there was a 33-year-old woman that accidentally spilled a drink on him, and he whooped her ass, knocked her unconscious, and she was down on the ground. He kept punching and kicking her.
For her accidentally spilling a drink on him?
Yes, and the video shows most of it. It doesn't show the spilling. It just shows him knocking her out and then him not letting up. And then people, as he's just kind of standing there, be like, yeah, okay, I thought so. And then people start being like, we need help, get this guy. Then he realizes the whole crowd is turning on him and pointing him out to security, and then he takes off on his own. But they figured out who he is.
I'm surprised he didn't get his ass beat, man.
Yeah, you knock out a woman and then you keep hitting her? Where's the guys in the crowd to step up and knock him out?
No shit, man. Seriously.
Yeah. I don't stand around and watch something like that.
You can't.
If you're a man, you better stand up.
And I'm not out to win a title. I'll pick up a chair and hit him over the head with it.
Pick up a third grader.
And I'm a passive.
Pick up a third grader and just unleash on him.
All right, this conversation is starting to weird me out now. It's going in some directions I'm not comfortable with.
Yeah, but we just have these random acts of violence. It's just, you never know. Did you go to a movie, get your ass whooped? Did you go to a concert, you get your ass whooped?
That's why I carry a weapon. I am always ready for a go time.
Well, what makes that a story to me is just spilling a drink on somebody. Look, especially if it's an accident, that can happen to anybody.
I've spilled more than you've probably drank in your life.
Yeah, you spilled some drink on my crotch on Saturday.
I did. And I'm sorry.
Yeah, it wasn't her fault though. There was the table.
There was a crack in the table. I put my drink right in it.
And it just spilled. It was right when I got there too.
It was like directionally aimed right at his dick too. My whole drink just went kaboosh. I want to be on Jbird's dick.
And it was weird. It was just 3 large drops hit, but one was the left nut, the other was the right nut, and the other one went right down the dick.
Solid though.
Yeah. Oh, she's got great aim.
Yeah.
Accidentally.
Well, we were talking about this new Clear that is going to be popping up at airports like Atlanta, Hartsfield. They have it right now. I'd seen it when I went through there just a week or so ago. And there's going to be other airports. I think they're going to have it in D.C. and somewhere else. But the question is, you're probably going to start seeing these, and of course they come with a fee. I mean, that's where we are now. Of course, they're going to monetize you trying to get through TSA, especially when you talk about missing flights or not getting connecting flights. Or
if you're late to the airport, they try to sell it to you right there because the entrance is right next to the TSA entrance. And so they see you. If you're panicked and running, they're like, hey, clear, skip the line. And you're like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which is kind of crazy. And so Cynthia had said, I was at the airport and they were running a program. Clear was new and it was a free subscription if you put down your American Express. And yes, they just scan your eyes and you do get to skip the line, but you still have to put your items through the conveyor belt for scanning. But when the renewal came up, it was $199 for the year. And some trips, it saved me others. I felt like the regular line was moving just as fast, if not faster.
That's true.
So the answer to that is no, I did not renew, and nobody met me on the other side with a double cocktail.
That's what I think they should offer.
I agree.
For that kind of upgrade with that kind of price.
$199. They better give me 2 double cocktails.
Yeah.
At least.
And Megan said, Clear only takes you to the front of the line when going through TSA. TSA pre-check, you get your own line separate from others. I mean, there's just so many different ways to go now. It's so dang confusing.
But they both cost money, and they both want to separate you from your hard-earned cash. You already paid for a plane ticket, which is not cheap, and now you got to pay $199 a year for this extra thing that maybe you don't fly that much.
And Vicky says, I travel every week for work all over the country, and TSA PreCheck is the best investment ever. I have rarely seen a TSA line longer than a regular line, and even when it rarely is, it moves so much faster. You don't have to take off your shoes, take out your laptop, take out liquids, and you fly through.
There's no more shoes in the regular line either. That just started.
Okay. She said it's $100 for 5 years is what that is.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So, and other people saying, the TSA, Veronica said TSA PreCheck is the best.
So TSA PreCheck is better than Clear.
At least right now. And look, if they want to charge that much more money for Clear and it is more expensive, who's going to pay more to get the same I mean,
not me.
and even smart businessmen who'd be like, well, I want the status to clear. They would be like, no, like, why would I pay more to get the same or less?
Clear appears to be muddy.
Yeah, not so clear to get it. Well, John sent an email. It said you're talking about the school bus overcrowding. Apparently some parents are complaining. I know we saw one that came through, and Palm Beach County wanted to know about kids on buses. Her kid was sitting in an aisle.
On the floor.
Yeah. And John had said, yeah, you have bus A that has 10 stops with 10 kids at each stop, plenty of room on the bus. Now you have 20 parents that didn't register their kids, and now there's 90 kids for one bus. Happens every year. So I guess that's it. They're talking about, because I remember Royal Palm Rachel had said something about, well, you register your kids and then they have an assigned seat and all that kind of stuff. But I guess what happens is the parents just don't do it. They neglect to, because a lot of parents are just not on it. You know, they're not active in their kids' education. And
or
then
they didn't
just
get the
know.
Message.
Yeah, I having my wife as a teacher, you kind of see that sometimes parents just are not real active in their kids' education and stuff, like even showing up for parent-teacher meetings and things like that. They just, like, do you not care about your kid or the education they're getting? And so I think that might be kind of what happens is they don't take the time that they should have to register them. And then, oh, here comes the school bus. And then they just send them out there. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, you're supposed to register, you know. But here you go.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So they do have some issues with that, apparently. Jenna said, I am a bit behind, but was listening to the ice skater story that you had yesterday about, we were talking about how you can have serious injuries from the blades and all that. And yeah, I mean, I've seen a video. You never know what's real or what's not, but it looked like an older video. And it was a couple, and they were doing their skating. And it's where they are, one skate is on the ice, and they're spinning on that. And then they have the other one out, and they got too close, and his blade caught her in the face.
Oh, damn.
In the head or something like that. And I was like, wow, that's not pleasant.
Blade to the face.
Yeah. And she said that it was 1989. I was at an NHL game in St. Louis. My parents loved it. And I do remember going there, and it happened to the goalie where he got a blade in his neck and he was just blood's like shooting out. Now he did live, but I have a vivid memory of that. And everybody was freaking out, the announcers. And it's like, hey, you think about it. I mean, you're wearing knives on the bottom of your feet. So
Yeah.
Sometimes it happens in baseball with metal cleats. You go in to slide in and your leg goes up and hits somebody in the face, the retina, the molar.
Yep.
The vulva.
Are you going to say everything on the face?
I was going to see how long it took for you to
The
stop me.
nose.
The nostril.
All right, got a question here, and it says, need a little advice if you wouldn't mind. My hubs and I have been married 11 years, together 15. One of my biggest concerns is his Facebook. Outside of Facebook, we are together. We do trips, date nights, etc. He doesn't hang out at bars or do anything without me. However, he does love attention from other women, especially on Facebook. I wouldn't say he flirts right in front of me, but I know his job gives him access to do so in his Facebook. He has lots of women on there because he is a popular guy given his work and social life, and he's literally only posted about me maybe 3 times in our whole relationship. I don't want to start an argument and make him debate all the women like I'm some insecure crybaby, but maybe I am insecure. I just hate when women ogle him, press like or love on his posts and pictures, or when he likes or loves another woman's pictures. It all seems innocent, I guess, and it's a look but don't touch mentality, but it really does bother me, and I start to obsess over who is this, who's that.
You got to be careful the kind of pictures you're liking. If you are married and you like a woman's selfie picture that she's trying to look sexy in,
With a little cleavage.
you see your man's hearted that shit, I think you're a dumbass at that point. Like, what are you doing? I'm not talking about a close friend that your wife knows and that you're close. I'm talking about someone your wife doesn't know that well, and you're hearting pictures on. Just tell me how that goes. You can argue it as much as you want, but tell me you're gonna get shit for it.
You're making your partner feel insecure because you shouldn't be giving sexual attention all the time to other women. It just makes your partner insecure.
And people got to stop acting like being insecure is this button that most people can just turn off. There's a reason why people are insecure, and sometimes it's justified, sometimes it's not justified. But just know it's not one of those things that you say you're insecure, then all of a sudden that person magically becomes not insecure. Are there things going on in the relationship that's making someone insecure?
Exactly.
I mean, just because someone's insecure doesn't mean they're wrong. Now, I think you can be overly insecure on shit that you shouldn't be insecure about.
But this guy sounds like he's pushing it, and he's kind of dirtbaggy on social media.
If you're fucking doing heart pictures on pictures of girls in bathing suits
and then
shit,
you never put pictures of your own girlfriend up, hardly ever.
If my sister was to come to me with that problem, I'd say, yeah, your guy's being a dick. I don't think that's cool. I don't think that's hashtag be cool.
It's not.
Unless you guys got it like that in a relationship.
Well, obviously they don't, because she's writing us a letter about it, and it makes her sad. And it means that he's just not in touch with your feelings. And I would feel the same way as you.
Social media gets people in so much trouble, and it doesn't have to. It really doesn't. And a lot of shit can get out of control on social media really, really quick.
And there's nothing wrong with her saying something. And
No.
I think when you're in a relationship, you can say, look, I'm not naive. I understand you're going to find other people attractive. But when you're even liking or loving a post, you're acting on it. That's a physical act, and that's a sign of disrespect to me in our relationship. And so here are my boundaries and my standards. And I understand you're going to find other people attractive, but I don't want you acting on it, because it sends a message to them that there could be an opening, and it creates problems in our relationship, and it makes me feel less of our relationship. So if you want to be in a relationship with me, it's something you won't do. And if you want to be free and go on ahead and like and love all the photos you want to, then we won't be together.
There's the door. Yeah. If you want to go like all these women, and his job, she said, gives him access to be able to be social with all these different women and taking pictures with all them, just go be single. Why are you in a relationship with a girl you're not proud enough to put on your Facebook anyway?
So I'm already seeing comments, people saying stuff like, it's so much overthinking. Anna says so much overthinking. I'm just saying, Anna, I have seen this shit start off with just liking a picture and then it turning into something. And that's the perspective I'm speaking from. I hear you. You can overthink a lot of stuff, but I've just seen it happen before. It starts off with the like. It starts off with a little message.
It's a seed.
It's a seed.
If you're not putting your partner's feelings first, then you're not being a good partner.
Like, I don't think you should be overly insecure and overly jealous, because I'm against that as well. But sometimes people do give you a little reason to smell to see if there's a shit sandwich being cooked.
I'd seen, with friends from my past, that it started with something simple like hello, goes to a lunch, turns into an affair. And that's typically how it starts. It starts with an acknowledgement that we both find each other attractive. And when you kind of have that, then the next step is saying, and something could happen. And then from there, it just takes off. And so
don't
that's
crack
what you're
the
doing.
door if you don't want to go through the threshold.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with laying down that standard either. If you're in a committed relationship where you're committing to them, there's nothing wrong with asking for respect back.
I read a funny comment. I called out Anna, and she goes, "Damn, Bird calling me out. I hope those third graders see you after the show."
Oh, they're out there waiting.
Oh, they're going to give you the throne crusher.
Yep.
They're teaming up, and they're going to throne crush your ass.
Anna's going to send 5 third graders over here to fucking kick my ass.
Just please get it on video.
Please get on video.
That's all we ask. All right. Well, thank y'all for being here. And for all your emails, you can get them to us mail at kvjshow.com. Hope you have an amazing Wednesday. We will see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.